Hello, welcome to STEM School. In this video, we are going to talk about a new math trick, splitting and combining in multiplication and division. Before we start to talk about the trick, we need to remember these equations first, okay? So these first. So 2 times 5 equals 10, 4 times 25 equals 100, 10 times 10 equals 100, 20 times 5 equals 100, 50 times 2 equals 100. Okay, and 8 times 125 equals 1000, 10 times 100 equals 1000, 25 times 4 equals 40 equals 1000, and 200 times 5 equals 1000. Right, specifically, what you need to really remember is 4 times 25 equals 100, and 8 times 125 equals 1000. Okay, so the others is really easier, right? So once 2 times 5 equals 10, of course. So that's the most simple scenario we have here. 10 times 10, I don't think that will cause any issues. 20 times 5, it's basically 2 times 5 and adding 1 0 at the end, right? So this is basically the same, 5 times 2 and adding 1 0 at the end, so it's 100. This is special, that's why I want you to remember that by heart. So 8 times 125 equals 1000, and then 10 times 100, I believe we don't usually have issues, right? And 25 times 40 equals 1000 is basically 25 times 4 is 100, and adding 0 basically becomes 1000, right? So adding 0 and it becomes 1000 there. So and 200 times 5 equals 1000, basically 2 times 5 is 10, right? And adding 2 zeros, I don't believe that we would make mistakes usually. So again, this one and this one, just please remember that. Okay, so now let's take a look at the trick. So first we have 25 times 32 times 125, right? So again, let's think about the first page, what we've just learned, and then we can think, okay, so we got 25 here and we got 125 here, right? So basically we need to think, right? We have 32 here, so what's missing there? It's like 4, right? And what's missing there? It's like 8, right? So 24 times 25 is 100, and 8 times 125 is 1000, right? So we're gonna do something about that from the number in the middle. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it's just coincidence that 32 equals 4 times 8, okay? But if it's not the case, we can try to think towards that way, right? So and then we got 25 times 4 and 8 times 125, right? So we are going to calculate like this, which is easier right now. So we got 100 times 1000. Okay, basically it's 100,000, right? So once we got the ideas here, and then that will just make us think towards that way and try to figure out how we can do towards this way, right? By splitting 32, which is in the middle this time, and it just happened that we got 4 times 8, which equals 32. Or if it's not 32, if it's other number, we need to think towards this way. Okay, so that we can simplify the calculations by ourselves. So let's take a look at another example we have here. So 48 times 25 times 5. Okay, so we have 25 there, we have 5 there. So again, so we're missing what? Probably 4. We're missing what here? We're missing 2 times 5, right? 2 times 5 is 10. 4 times 25 is 100, right? So we need to do something here, right? We need to do something here. So what we're gonna do? Okay, so 48, okay, happens like 6 times 8 equals 48. 6 times 8. Why 6 times 8, right? So we're gonna switch a little bit the orders, and then we have 6 times 5, which is 30. Okay, so if you took a look at my previous video about the multiplication table, you will just find it's more convenient when you remember those simple multiplications. Okay, so 6 times 5 is 30, and we have 8 times 25 here. Okay, so at the beginning we've talked about that we are looking for 4, right? So 4 times 25 is 100. So why 8 times 25 is handy here? Okay, it's because 8 is what? 8 is 2 times 4, right? So basically 2 times 4, 2 times 4 times 25, right? Times 25. So we do have 4 times 25 here, right? So it's 100, and 2 times 100 is what? It's 200s, right? So we have here 30 times 200s, which is 6,000s, right? So it becomes much easier, right? Just otherwise, if we need to calculate that, we definitely need to do more work, right? So let's take a look at our final example here. Oh, we have division here. Okay, we got 225 divide 5 times 20. Okay, so what we can do there? So what is 225? Oh, okay, we never learned. In the first page how we can split that, but I'm telling you here that 225 equals 15 times 15. Okay, you need to remember this. You just need to remember this. It's a good practice to just remember this by heart. So 15 times 15 equals 225. All right. So and then divide 5 times, okay, 20 equals what? 2 times 10. Okay, why? Because 5 we are looking for. We're gonna see that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're going to what? 15 divides 5 first. Why is that? It's because it's easy. So 15 divided 5 is equals 3. We got 3 there. And 15 times 2 equals what? 5 times 2 is 10, right? So, and 15 times 2 is what? 30. Okay, so and then times 10. So what we're gonna do there, we got 3 times 15 times 2 times 10. So, and we are going to have 3 times 3 times 10 there, okay, and 15 times 2 there. So 3 times 10, 15 times 2, okay, and becomes 30 and 30. So 30 times 30, easy, right? So 900, right? So 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 zeros, right? So 2 zeros, right? So with the combination multiplication with division altogether makes the calculation more complicated. So there are, of course, other ways to simplify this. This is not just the only way. So the combination I'm trying to do here is really make it becomes, similar into the single digit calculation with some zeros, so that we'll have the final result. We can get the final result easier. But of course, there are other ways to do that, which might also make things easier. But again, that's one method that we can use. Okay, so between the switch between that with each other there, you can always use other methods, okay, or you can always, I'm not sure if, let's say, 10 divides 5 will make things easier, because 10 divides 5 equals 2, right? So we got 15 times 2 times 15 times 2, then the calculation might be again 30 times 30, right? So it could be another easy way to properly split that. Again, it's not the only way. You need to practice and think more about it, and you will get multiple routes, and march towards the same destination. The only thing we need to remember is everything we want to do in betweens is try to make us easier to get our final result there. Okay. That's everything for today's lesson. Please click like if you like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.